Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John, and thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. This video, we're going to take a closer look at classic GamePro magazine from May of 1995. The feature game on this is Comix Zone, which is a great game for the Genesis. I love GamePro magazine. It started in 1989. The last magazine, unfortunately, ended in 2011. So it's not around anymore, which really stinks. Basically, it was between this and Nintendo Power were the two gaming magazines I had growing up. Nintendo Power obviously focused a lot, obviously, on the Nintendo games, where GamePro focused on all platforms at the time, Genesis, etc., in the mid-90s. So this game of choice here, the main game they're going to focus on here is Comix Zone, which is a great game, very unique game for the Genesis, kind of short, but overall very unique. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Let's see, what's Tough Man Contest, Metal Warriors, Spider-Man, Quarantine for the video, Kirby's Dream Course, Pebble Rage Home Systems. This preview, I love the mid-90s. The 90s decade for video games, fantastic. So what's on the back? Got a Mortal Kombat 3 promotion. Very cool. Got to meet the artist for Mortal Kombat recently at Game One Expo. Super cool guy. Alright, Judge Dredd. Classic Acclaim games. Blockbuster video. Nice. Longer around. Introducing the latest in RPG weaponry. Fleas, Slobber, and Chronic Bad Breath. Secret of Evermore. Unleashed summer 1995. It's kind of a creepy ad, if you look at it. Kind of a creepy ad. GamePro staff. Beware the Ultimate Evil Warlock. By Acclaim. Acclaim was huge back then. Saturn, Sega Channel, Beyond Oasis. Can't say I've ever played that game. If you've played that game, let me know how it is. Shut Up and Jam, featuring Charles Barkley. So they break it down in Genesis, Sega CD, 32X, Super Nintendo, 3DO, Jaguar, CDI, Sports Page, Role-Playing Realm, and Game Boy. So nice mix. I'm surprised they have a CDI section. Gold Star 3DO, look at this ad. Kind of a weird brain. Back when it was Gold Star. This was after the Panasonic 3DO. These are where pro readers who speak out, they write in. Guess this would be before the Saturn, hence why you start seeing like the Japanese gray Saturn there. Here's the artwork. Grand prize, you get a 3DO Panasonic 3DO, a 26-inch television, which is probably super heavy, a VCR, speakers, Panasonic 3DO system, and a Izzy plush doll. Interesting. Metal Warriors, Super Nintendo. This is talking about the Apple Pippin. Interesting. So Teleview, Apple Pippin. This is Bandai. I have a Pippin. I've done reviews over the Pippin. That thing, it was a huge failure for Apple and Bandai. But interesting that they have an ad for it. It's a Teleview in Japan. Never came out in North America. It's a satellite system. They have games like Excite Bike that were for it. Really interesting that the Apple Pippin was referred to. Nintendo's out to prove there's still life and possibly a future in the Super Nintendo, with Teleview Apples helping Bandai get a piece of the system pie. We'll know how that turned out. Let's see. What's this? Any more? Oh, this is a driving thing. There you go. Getting pulled over. Night Warriors preview. Hot in the arcades. This is a Super Game Boy. Love the ads. Classic ads. When the Super Game Boy came out, I thought it was pretty clever to basically play Game Boy games on the Super Nintendo. Street Fighter movie, the game. I have that for the Saturn. Here's a preview for the arcade. Trading Go for a show. Trading Go for a show. Doesn't really make sense. But promotion for the Game Boy. Choices. Zelda, of course. Batman, all that good stuff. Game Boy Strategy Guide by Nintendo. Save $5 on Super Game Boy with a coupon. I wonder if that's still good. Probably not. Talking about different systems. Once Your Future Kings. Jaguar. Neo Geo. Neo Geo was super expensive. Still is today, but the games were like crazy expensive back then. Nuts. Rest in peace, Nintendo. Talking about the table, the top loader, Nintendo, Prime and Ready, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1 is hitting the market. Sega CD, CDX. Video gaming, let's see here. You can get that $20 in a year for 12 issues. Can't beat that. Talking about the Sega Channel. I never really had the Sega Channel, to be honest with you, growing up. I know there were games like Golden Axe 3 that were available that were never available in North America except for through the Sega Channel, so it's just cool. Pretty ahead of its time. Let's see, Surf's Up, going online, talking about online gaming. This is really internet, right? So it's pretty ahead of its time. Weapon Lord, talking about development on location, which is band. This is the Sega band, so I guess you can connect. Expand. Tough Man contest. This is they had one for the 32X came out. Kind of like Punch Out. Stargate for the Genesis, fun game. Push the Limits. This is what is it? Flying Nightmares. Spider-Man for the Genesis. Here's a Blockbuster ad. Video games are like high tops. The new ones are cool, but after a while, they start to stink. True Lies for Genesis. Can't say I've ever played that. Super Tecmo Bowl 2 Special Edition. Sold out. Stargate ad for all these systems. Echo Jr. for the Genesis. No Escape. They had a cool rating system too. Pretty awesome. Pretty close to look at that. I really liked GamePro's rating system. You know, it was basically graphic, sound, control, fun factor, which is all relative, I suppose. Fatal Fury Special. Brain Dead 13 for Sega CD, 3DO, Mac. Road Rash for the Sega CD. 3DO version is much, much better in my opinion, but it's still the same intro and good soundtrack nonetheless. Trivial Pursuit. Here is Bust Move for the Super Nintendo. Tempo, NFL Quarterback Club for 32X. Good football game for that system. Brutal has Dungeons and Dragons for the PC. Motocross Championship for the 32X. Here's Jaguar ad, $106. Best games, best system. Best get off your butt and get one. Their ad campaign for Atari was very unique, and remember the commercials kind of freaked me out back in the day. But Hover Strike, they show some of the good games here. Rayman was a good game, of course. I think Alien vs. Predator is probably one of my top games. NBA Jam's a good port. There's Alien vs. Predator. There's a lot of good bad games for it, too. Spider-Man for the Super Nintendo. There's Mario Picross for Game Boy. Eternal Champions, fun for the Sega CD. Definitely the Sega CD port was great with the music and all that. Different characters. Eternal Champions continued. There's different characters. Not quite sure which ones were only on the Sega CD version, but I do know it's a little bit different. If you guys know, leave a comment. Let me know. Overkills. Flashback. It's ported to a whole bunch of systems. This is one's promoting the CD, Jaguar, and 3DO port. True Lies. Kirby's Dream Course. The Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo Wing Commander 2. Awesome series. Super Return of the Jedi Official Player's Guide. Love that game for Super Nintendo. A lot of fun. Easy's Quest, Kirby's Avalanche, a lot of Kirby games. Oh. Let's see what else. 3DO Quarantine. What else they have? Immersionary. Here's a 3DO ad. This game is really fun. Daedalus. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Daedalus Encounter. A lot of fun. It's a chick from Wayne's World. That's the name of the actress. Well, Fantasy's Dragon. This is Dragon Ball. Double Dragon. I can't talk. That's for the Jaguar. Or Jaguar. Depending on how you say it. Batters Up for the Genesis. Jeopardy. Lemons for CDI. One page dedicated to it. Sports page. Some pages for that. Hang Time hits the CD. Sega CD. This is a fun World Series Baseball 95 by Genesis. Good game for the Game Gear as well. Different role-playing realm. Popful Mail for the CD, Sega CD, and it's a pretty rare game today. Very sought after, fun game. Great reviews. Highly sought after. Cool to see an ad for it, though. It was awesome. Swap Pro. Let's see, these are different reviews, I guess. Shockwave for the 3DO, Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat 2. Let's say introduce the blood again. Mortal Kombat 1, you had to put a code in for it for the Super Nintendo. NBA Jam, different codes. You can be Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Prince Charles, Fresh Prince, Jazzy Jeff. This is, I guess, what port is this for the Super Nintendo and Genesis? I might have to go back and put these in there. Pretty funny. Frank Thomas can be the Phoenix Gorilla, different characters, mascots. So it's pretty cool. Some programmers, of course, people who worked on it. DeVita, he was also in Mortal Kombat 3 and several other Mortal Kombat characters. It's pretty funny. Met the voice of NBA Jam recently. He was cool at Game On Expo as well. He was awesome. Tim Kitzrow. Killer Instinct Codes. It's just chock full of really cool retro goodness, man. Talks about the CDI, the different peripherals that came for it. Buyers Beware, Game Genie, GamePro Hot Picks, Super Return of the Jedi, Final Fantasy 3. Yeah, of course, the classic. These are players, you can order the guides. Comic Zone. This is an upcoming game back then. A short game, but it's a lot of fun, really unique graphics. Pebble Rage. This is for, look at all these platforms. Genesis, Super Nintendo, 32X, Saturn, 3DO, Jag CD, Game Gear, Game Boy, 32X CD it is. Look at this, Mad Dog, McCree, 3DO, Sega CD, Panzer General, Mathematics, Sloop Style, 3DO, some obscure ones, Theme Park, Classic, NBA Action 85 starring David Robinson for the Genesis, Bassmaster Classic, Shining Force, Cyber Sled, Myst, games popular overseas, and then there's more information, Blockbuster, What's Hot, Road Rash. Getting towards the end here. Here's the games and the costs. You can order these games, free shipping, and it's different controllers. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. That means a lot. Leave a comment below. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and game on.